After the Babylonian conquest of the Kingdom of Judea, the Babylonian Empire installed what we might call a puppet king, or governor, of their new province of Yehud, Judea. This person was a Judean, what in early times might have been called an Israelite, in modern times we might call a Jew. Specifically, as was standard policy in those days, to smooth things out. If the Babylonians conquered Judea and appointed a Babylonian as the governor, why should we listen to this foreigner? It tends to foment rebellion a little bit more. People are less likely to go smoothly. However, if it's a Judean in charge, look, you do what you're going to do, and you run your business as normal. One of your guys is in charge. He just reports to us. You're part of a bigger corporation, right? A group, if you will. Okay, a little easier to accept. Still not great. Well, there was a plot. A lot of people wanted to rebel. They wanted to take matters into their own hands and reassert their independence, which is fine. Perfectly acceptable approach. The prophet Yirmiyah, however, told them not to do that. For now, accept the Babylonian rulership. God will redeem you in his time. They didn't listen. They rose up, assassinated Gedalya, and that led the Babylonians to say, all right, we're done here, and to crack down much harder than they would have otherwise, and that they were until then. A goodly number of the remnants of the Judean people had to escape to Egypt. It was a whole mess, and it led to a much higher level of destruction and desolation than would otherwise have been. To this day, we have the fast of Gedalya, Şom Gedalya as it's called. The fast of Gedalya, today, actually, immediately after Rosh Hashanah. Tradition is that he was assassinated on Rosh Hashanah, but since you can't fast on Yom Tov, it was set as the first day thereafter, the third. What's the point here? The point is that people weren't wrong. Maybe they were wrong to assassinate Gedalya specifically, because he was trying to do his best to make things as smooth as possible. He was a fellow Judean. He wasn't the enemy. He wasn't a collaborator, really. Maybe they viewed him as such. They weren't wrong to try to assert their independence, to rise up against conquering, occupying armies, oppressors, etc. Where they were wrong, though, was that the prophet had specifically said, this is God's doing, sit back and wait. What do we learn from here? We learn that it takes someone with outright prophecy to tell you that it's okay to sit back and to wait for God to act. Normally, it's up to you. You can't sit back and say, God will provide. Get a job. Do your best. It's hard to find a job, I get that. And if you can't, trust in God to provide somehow. But it doesn't mean you shouldn't look for a job. That doesn't mean you shouldn't try your best. You shouldn't do your best when you're in school, when you're at work. You're required to make your best effort in life and trust that God will guide you along the way. But you can't just sit back and say, it'll happen. It is the will of God. It's not how he built the world. When a prophet specifically says it, though, then you have to listen to that. But absent that, it's up to you to do the best you can to make the best life for yourself that you can, all the while having faith that God will bring you success. To my opinion, that's the true meaning of Gedalya and the fast. Have faith in what God says. Follow the instructions, even if it seems counterintuitive. But when it is time to act, act. And have faith. Some Kal, all the best for an easy fast, and well into the new year.